once again, M.M Out Here, over there, everywhere, all over the place, part 2. A very, very unusual conversation. It's the Apostle in Roy's category. Apostle.
Yes, sir.
When we left off part 1, we were about to discuss that meeting that was held. Was that a town hall meeting?
I think it was a town hall meeting, yes.
But it was a very outspoken meeting.
Very outspoken. I mean,
those are the type of meetings that the representatives of that constituency should have been at.
yeah.
Because I'm sure you would have been pilloried. Right? As he well should be. Yes, I saw that clip and they weren't too amused.
We have members from St. Joseph that
your congregation have members of St. Joseph?
So
you would have heard some of these things direct?
Unable to attend church because they didn't have water.
Which is very sad. Very sad.
4 weeks without water, that is awful.
Yeah.
That's awful. And that goes to show to what is happening in Barbados. I'm a sticker for technology, and I heard personally from an individual that works within the water authority that if they pass a main that is burst, water is gushing.
I've seen water gushing like a geyser,
They cannot fix it. They cannot stop and fix it. Someone has to report it. And then after it is reported, it has to be logged. After it is logged, they have to then get permission from an individual of authority to actually go to work on the project. All of that time, the water is running.
So that's the protocol they go through?
That's the protocol they go through. You want to tell me that in 2019, you don't have a superior officer that you can send a picture of what is actually happening?
Technology
again. Have that person deem whether this is a code red situation, which means that we need to fix it right now. You're going to leave that running for the next 2 days for somebody to sign off on something so that the people in Barbados can actually get water. This is absolute nonsense.
That's akin to the fire engine passing and seeing a house on fire and saying, look, nobody ain't calling that. Maybe you don't know about that. Or the police passing and seeing some crime being committed and saying, nobody made a report of that.
Okay.
That is absolute rubbish.
Absolute rubbish.
Absolute rubbish.
And no wonder the folk in St. Joseph are so irate about this whole situation, because it's an anomaly. It's something that that we've never seen before. Now it takes me back to Thomas Jefferson's quote.
Yes, this guy loves Thomas Jefferson.
Right, and here's the quote so that you can see it for yourself. He says, "I predict future happiness for Americans if they can prevent the government from wasting the labors of the people under the pretense of taking care of them."
Yes.
You see what he says?
Yes. Thomas Jefferson always seems to produce these fine quotes.
He says, if the people can prevent the government from wasting their labors.
Yes.
Okay, from wasting the labors of the people under the pretense.
The pretense.
That they're taking care of them.
That they're taking care of them.
My God, that's amazing. He says, I can see the future for America if they stop.
Only if
they stop the government from pretending that they're taking care of them.
Yes. And we all know that Thomas Jefferson had a little bit of black blood in him, Right? That was well said.
Yeah.
Right? Lots of people don't know that.
Yeah.
That's why he was able to, as far as I'm concerned, produce these fine quotes.
Yeah, I like that.
Right? And we have one quote from Thomas Jefferson, which is on our team.
That's
right?
That's
on our team. Which I'm not going to say right now. I say it at the end. But I say it now so that you can hear it. When the government fears the people, there is liberty or freedom. But when the people fear the government, there's tyranny.
Yeah.
From Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, that's right. I like a lot of his quotes, and he said, honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom.
Yes.
Really powerful things. And I think a lot of our people in Barbados are realizing there's several anomalies in Barbados right now. The garbage situation, the water situation, These are things that we have never seen in the 50 plus years that we have been a nation.
And I'll tell you this, that garbage situation was criticized by this administration. And they said lots of things were criticized by this administration. Promises. And you may wonder why someone will continue to talk about these things, because you gave the impression that you can actually fix these things overnight.
That's true.
So don't come and say, no, oh, you expect these things to get fixed overnight. You said that you can fix them overnight. That's the main problem. You said it. No one has said it. That's why you got 36. Well, that's why the people were stupid enough to give you 36 in the first place. Because of these grandiose things that you say, which you knew that you could not ever fulfill.
Well, again, you go back to the principle of politics or politics, whatever it is. Jesus himself said, "Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay." In other words, if the answer to a question is no, you say no. If the answer is yes, you say yes. If you say yes, then you fulfill your yes. If it's no, you're under no obligation. And what has happened many times in politics, we say yes, and then when we win, we renege. Okay? And I think this is what is happening in our political system here in Barbados. Now, I want to say this, Mr. Morris, that there are 4 levels that will destroy your country. Okay? When your judiciary is corrupt, whenever your judiciary, your lawmakers are corrupt.
Yes. Starting with the Attorney General, right. He's the head of that.
When your judges are corrupt, your lawyers are corrupt, the next thing that will happen is that your politicians will be corrupt. When your politicians become corrupt, the rich, wealthy people, the rich business people in your country will feed off that corruption. Then the people under them, their presidents, their CEOs, those individuals will become corrupt. And once you have that 4 level of corruption in Barbados, all of the other areas will instantaneously feed from it and become corrupt, and your country will fall.
Like a domino effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a domino effect.
Yeah.
I once saw an interview with the former leader of Libya, Muammar Gaddafi, who said that he was talking about the American presidency. Right. He was talking about how they just talk at election time, we call it window dressing. And they make these promises. And then, when they get in, they renege on it. They didn't even talk about it.
That's right.
He said, this has been the dressing to win. So he was explaining why it's a waste of time in his country to hold elections. For what? Yeah. Why? Right? They hold elections over there, and they rig them anyhow. Right? The America, they rig elections. They rig elections,
Well, that's even in the last election between the current president there, Donald Trump, and Hillary Clinton, it's clear that there was a level of sabotage in that election. It's very, very clear that there was a level of involvement with the Russian government in that election. And they've tried all they could to make it look like there was no outside involvement, but it's very, very clear.
It's very, very clear.
That you don't see. There's areas that you don't ever see Republicans win in an election, and then you see it happen there. So, and it's not like in the case with President Obama, but you see this situation, and this is one of the things that we have to be very careful with in Barbados. We're seeing things, even in our last election here, there were anomalies in the election outcome that they were just unusual, very unusual.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like for instance, in the area of St. John. Okay? Like in the area of St. In the area of St. John.
Well, couldn't that be put down with the actual frustration of the people?
Well, it could actually come to that, but you want to also.
But you need to overturn such a big
deficit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And the St. Johnians, if I should call them that, have been avid Democratic Labour Party supporters. I'm talking about
from creation.
You hear the victory there is like 5,000 to 136.
And the opponents normally lose their deposit.
That's what I'm saying. So when
and this way was the other way around. A complete turnaround.
It's a complete turnaround.
Which seems actually I never looked at it like that. I told the apostle I was bringing up these things.
Yeah.
Right? No, you actually look at that. Notwithstanding places like St. Lucie being lost, but a place like St. John, a place where the opponents get beat by almost 5,000, that you can actually turn that whole thing around, and you're not even winning by 25, you're turning it 360 degrees.
Yeah, and like St. Peter, and I always say, I don't even know why Barbados Labour Party supporters in St. Peter celebrate. When in St. Peter, you have over 5,000 plus Barbados Labour Party supporters to about 2,300 Democratic Labour Party supporters. So a Democratic Labour Party candidate can never win in St. Peter. Okay? Far less, someone who's coming into a new party, through a new party. But the parish is on fear. And yet people act like, this was such a huge victory. I don't consider Mr. Jordan's victory in St. Peter a huge victory. I don't. I actually don't consider it, because when our people in St. Peter realized that it was the same Barbados Labour Party that cut this constituency in half and took away the Democratic Labour Party supporters and kept the Barbados Labour Party strongholds, that is unfair.
Talking about that, I had a conversation with Mr. Dave Cumberbatch, who ran against Mr. Jordan and you.
Yes.
Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. I met him at Barbados Revenue Authority.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a little conversation. But he's my alma mater coach, probably, of course.
Okay, of course.
Right? So we had a little conversation there. But what you said is actually quite right.
Yeah.
And despite all that, I should go bold. I can tell you this way. I don't think that Mr. Jordan is going to win the next election. Right? I can be bold. I'm making a bold prediction that Mr. Jordan shall not, and anyone who follows English and they measure in English, shall means must. I'm not saying will win, not win, shall not win.
I'm going to say this, right. I think the Electoral Boundaries Commission should have done a St. Peter North and St. Peter South. Okay? That's what I believe they should have.
But it's not too late?
Yeah. Because I still have, and that's why you need a new government, because you remember with Sybil Leacock, the constituency was very fair.
Yeah.
That's why that election was so close.
It's not. Mrs. Leacock actually won.
Right. So it meant that there were more Democratic Labour Party supporters, and it was equal to the point.
Yeah.
But now it's not like that. You have over 5,000 plus Democratic Barbados Labour Party supporters, and just over 2,000.
It's obvious. You take away places like Roadview, Democrat Labour Party.
Okay.
You take away
Zone, Ashton Hall. Okay.
And
you left places. I have people still voting in St. Peter from Rockdundo, and you still have Black Bess that is clearly more to St. James North.
But they did it to me too,
Okay.
They did it to me and put me in St. Lucie. The same thing, the same St. Peter.
Clean kicks.
Right?
Okay.
Sherman's.
Right.
Is now Sherman St. Lucie. Okay. When I went overseas to study and to play cricket, it was Sherman St. Peter. My grandmother, when she's sending meals to me, I all of a sudden see Sherman's St. Lucie. And I give you a little thing. The light bill still comes out and the water bill still comes out, Sherman St. Peter, and it goes to St. Peter, they have to cross it out, send it to St. Lucie, and then something to get it laid.
Yeah. So you're looking at this, and I think a lot of our young constituents, they don't know, they're still under this belief that we were always voting Barbados Labour Party.
Yeah.
St. Peter was not always voting.
Not always, I never did. Yeah. Apostle, our time is running out.
Yes,
we have to go. Thank you for being here, sir.
Appreciate it.
And it's really running out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so M.M Out here, over there, everywhere, all over the place saying, that's it for now, gone.